All right. Just clicking on the live button just a little bit early. You know what I mean? Got a lot of stuff going on in Studio G. This rustling over here I might have to do something about this rustling over here. What's good, party people? Just hanging out just for a few minutes before we get this live stream started. Just kicking some ideas around what I want to talk about this morning, or what we should talk about this morning. All right. Quentin Grimes' injury. The camera's on, boss. Injury. Nah, overblown. Fournier as the potential starter at the 2. Tom Thibodeau is the press conference king. Reasonable expectations. That should be enough for one show. If we're gonna rock for about 3 hours, man, that should be enough show. T Smith, man, what's T Smith in the building? What's good? How you doing? Had my head down typing, bro. I got a mic right here, so when I do like this, so when I try to do like this to type and look at the camera, it's like, what's that letter? I'm an old school typer. I'm not in terms of keyboard management, I'm not like I Am Legend. You remember Will Smith on I Am Legend when he was typing, he had the one finger? I'm not that, man, but my vision is kind of crazy sometimes. Bo Ismail's in the building. What's good, Bo? Man, I gotta get my. And we'll just wait a couple of more minutes before we crank it all the way up. What's up to everybody in the chat? Peace to everybody in the chat. Hold on, y'all. My dog is starting to bark again. Let me do a little something. Hey, man, I need to see Chop Low. Hold on. All right. I see y'all. Boulevard 73 in the building. JJ, what's good? All right. I'm going to go ahead and just crank it up, man. I'm going to cue the intro. And then we're going to start. Just a little backstage stuff. A little something. Let y'all know how this thing worked behind the scenes. Kind of like I have my notes up here. Y'all can't see those, but I have some notes like right over here. Some notes, some key talking points. I got the coffee right here. Got the coffee in a nice, quiet, well-lit place. Ready to chop it up. And and I am going to cue the intro. This is a little back scene, behind the scenes stuff. For y'all that don't know what it's like for like the behind the scenes. I'm gonna cue the intro, and then I'm gonna come in as Uncle Freezy.
I rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal. For how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My fans on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the resolve. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who be caught up in using what I was taught with the muse. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Penciling out my darkest while stenciling out a harvest. And storing what gets me from A to B, just like garages. Instrumental with collages. Envision what I've been drawing. Broadway to give you rhythm like the great Lena Horne. So bent on, found comfort in the storm. Find peace and on when you see them others perform. Organized chaos, I'll cast it like hey ya.
Yo, party people in the place to be. What's good? It's the Knicks. Right. Y'all want this party started quickly, right? All right, let's go, party people. Let's go. Let's go, party people. Okay. Let's go. All right, throw your hands in the air and wave them like you just don't care. And if you got some loot and a stick of juice of fruit, somebody say, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Scream. Ow. What's good, y'all? What's good? Yo, let's start our chant, man. Let's do the chant, man. Let's get this crowd going. Let's go. Let's get this chant. Let's get this chant, man. Blue tears, orange tears, orange tears. What's good? Let's go, y'all. Let's go, y'all. How y'all doing out there? It's good to see y'all, man. Let's rock and roll. Let's get some of these topics on the table. Let's start this discussion. Let me shout out my peoples. Before we get started. I forgot. Let me shout out my peoples. And I'll do a quote by somebody famous that's pertinent to this conversation. Right? T. Smith is in the building. Bo Ismail's in the building. Bo, I hope y'all not getting the same amount of rain we getting, bro. Bo, it's raining cats and dogs here, bro. Chef NYK is in the building. Boulevard 73, what's good? I see you. JJ, my man. What's good? Shout out to JJ, man. You know what I mean? Shout out to JJ, man. Jay is in the building. What's good? Eddie F. Okay. Ricardo Torres is in the building. What's good? Keith Turner. Pudge Nice is in the building. What's good, man? It's good to see you. What's good? JJ, much love, bro. JJ, one of the goats of this thing. Jojo. JJ is a real one from day one. I've been seeing JJ for years everywhere, bro. JJ is a real one. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you, big dog. Bo, I'm glad y'all got sunny skies. But here, my yard is flooded already. The rain started about 3 o'clock, and my yard is flooded. My dog had to relieve himself in the rain. Imagine that. My spoiled, rotten pit bull terrier had to relieve himself in the rain. He is so upset about that. He like my spoiled, rotten pit bull terrier is like, Poppy, you coming out here with me in the rain? I wanted to talk some Cam Reddish, but okay, I go. So that's why I had that big shirt earlier. Y'all see me rocking that big 3X shirt that was hanging off my shoulder. Man, I looked at the camera and like I went back and rewatched the joint, and I'm like, yo, why ain't nobody said nothing to me that like that shirt looked like it was 10 times too big for me? Y'all got me up there looking like Toy Story. Cormega, the hip hop legend, is in the building. Was good. Y'all got me rocking that 3X shirt, talking to Cam Reddish, and it looked like it's 8 sizes too big. I'm up there looking like the Boondocks. Yo, what's good, y'all? What's good? Hey, I got some topics that I want to run across y'all this morning. Y'all know every time I open up the live stream, once I put the link in the chat, the conversation just go to 1,000 different places, right? But I got something, just a few topics that I want to talk to y'all about one-on-one, right? The Quentin Grimes injury being overblown. Very overblown. Very. Knicks, y'all got to do better. That's an organizational thing. Quentin Grimes was seen with a boot on. It's because he had a sore foot, and it's a precaution. Nobody from Knicks Nation said anything. So somebody said they saw it, and then all of a sudden, it's like a torn Achilles. Y'all know us. Y'all know we will take a minute fact and turn it into a major headline news. We'll turn it into headline news. We turn small things into headline news. Y'all know that. Black Collar, what's good? Pudge Knight says that injury is serious. Tibbs said it wasn't, man. Tibbs said it was a sore foot and that they just taking a precautionary thing. Yeah. Nah, Pudge. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying on that. Just hear me out on this. They say it's a sore foot. We saw it was a boot. You know what I'm saying? You saying that the Knicks are hiding information from us. I'm like, yo, I know the Knicks hide information from us. They should have said something with the boot anyway. And they set out Evan Fournier yesterday. So Evan Fournier didn't play practice yesterday either. So it's a lot of stuff. Yeah. Okuma, what's good? Okuma Azamaki says, basketball is back. GS and Golden State game was decent. Wiseman back. Yeah, I saw bits. I saw snippets of it. So another topic we want to throw out there on the table as Fournier as the potential starter at the 2. I don't know how much legs this topic has. Because if it's leading to another topic, if it's just leading to a Tibbs don't know what he doing topic, then we should start the Tibbs don't know what he doing topic, right? I understand Tibbs is an excellent head coach and all of that stuff, man. And I get all of that stuff. So I know Tibbs is a very decorated coach. A topic that I did want to talk about, and I just want to throw this bug in your ear, is how Tom Thibodeau is the press conference king. I have never ever seen a head coach handle the press like Tibbs. Like Tibbs is like pouring us up. Like he pouring us up. And he doing it like cuddly at the same time. So you're getting like, but it feel like Almighty Finesse is in the building. What's good, bro? And so one of the topics I also want to speak about is reasonable expectation and what it is. What is reasonable expectation and how does that apply to us? Want to thank all my Patreons. Want to thank all my Patreons, all of our Patreons that support Lawrence Tears on Patreon. We got a lot of stuff coming that way. To this week has just been, these 2 weeks have just been real up and down for me. We're gonna work on some Patreon stuff probably today. So thank you all the Patreons. Thank you for everybody that rock with. So how did y'all like the Cam Reddish, the payon to Cam Reddish? How did y'all like that? Y'all like that in a sense where I just break down for like 30 minutes, just talk about one player beyond basketball. Like legit talk about like one player beyond X's and O's. And that's one of those things. That's one of those things that I'm gonna continue doing, and definitely put it in the audio podcast platform. You know what I'm saying? For those that haven't discovered Lawrence Tears on YouTube, if they're just in that audio podcast space, that'll be something for them. And then, you know, maybe they'll come over and join us in this space. And then, damn, this coffee nasty as a. Yo, never buy cheap grocery store coffee. You heard? Never buy cheap grocery store coffee. This is like the 4th time I tried it. I'm trying different products, right? It's horrible. I got Food Lion Dark Roast. Never buy it. Chef NYK, you read my mind. Just go to McDonald's and get coffee. Just pay the $2. But since I'm on a budget right now, I'm just going to drink this Food Lion coffee that cost me $7. Jesus Christ. All right. Let's get to the topics. Let's get to the topics, y'all. Oh, Colmega says he got me on the coffee. Appreciate you. We definitely got to link up because I'm on the strictest of budgets right now because of something personal I got going on. I just got to save money everywhere I can. I ain't gonna get into that because this is a Knicks channel. Maybe if we was on the lifestyle channel, maybe if we was on vibes and stuff, I would get into it. But hello. All right. So let's get into topic number 1. Let's get into the Quentin Grimes injury. Let's talk about that for a little bit. Let's talk about that for a little bit. My first thing with the Grimes injury. Bustelo, that's what it is. That's what I should be drinking. With a touch of cinnamon. How much is a touch? Is that a pinch or is that a teaspoon? Oh, Bootman. Bootman. Grimes is Bootman. 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 Let me first say, man, let me acknowledge the fact that I like Grimes. I like Grimes, man. And I hope that he gets a fair shot. Tom Thibodeau alluded to something yesterday, or he didn't even allude to it. He just came out and said it. He's like, yo, be careful of looking at stats from meaningless games. Tibbs, he just came out and said it. Tibbs said, be careful of stats from meaningless games. And when he said that, I thought that was a shot at Emmanuel Quickly. I thought that was a shot at Emmanuel Quickly. Was it though? Was it though? Was it a shot at Emmanuel Quickly? Tibbs said, yeah, they were in blowouts and meaningless games. People put up stats in the box score, and people think these guys are great. You have to be careful of that. You have to throw out the meaningless stats, right? And look at their high impact games. Oh, Pudge Nice, don't say that, man. Please, man. Pudge Nice, man. I ain't gonna lie. If this is a veiled shot at Obi, I'm tired of it, man. I'm tired of it, bro. I'm tired. I'm tired of this. Yo, I'm tired of this mess, bro. At what point are we gonna start celebrating what these kids do? Chef NYK says it was at that Miami game. IQ destroyed the Heat. They had no answer, and they played hard. And see, that's what I'm saying. Man, I'm tired of these veiled shots, bro. Speak English. Bro. I'm tired of the coach throwing these veiled shots, man. I like Tibbs, and I understand what he's doing. I understand what he's doing. By the system, he running the system over and over and over again, over and over and over again, so that we can develop a culture, an identity. We need one, right? We need an identity. Mr. Cox is in the building. What's good? I heard the dude say yesterday, be careful of the box score. I watch more film than anybody. I watch games all summer. Tibbs, I understand you watch games all summer, bro. I understand that. And I understand that you may have access to more stuff than we do. I get that. I get that. But you, sir, have accomplished nothing. Well, something. You did win Coach of the Year, and you did get a team to the playoffs. I get it. You've been here 2 full seasons, and one of those seasons you was the Coach of the Year. But that's not good enough, man. That, my friend, is not good enough. And now you're speaking to, well, how much time do I have? I've only been here 2 years. You want me to turn this disaster into a championship team? Yep. Yep. You had a decent year and a bad year. We have not had the great season that we anticipated yet. Does that mean the great season is to come? I don't have faith in it. Because we hear stuff like Evan Fournier is probably the starter at the 2. And while I like Fournier personally, I like him. But Evan Fournier is not a transcendent 24-point per game scorer. He ain't that. Evan Fournier is not a defensive. Evan Fournier is a below average scorer at the 2 with below average defense. RC Creative is in the building. My guy, what's good? What does Evan Fournier do at such a clip where you declare him the starter out the gate? Nothing. Evan Fournier is a willing shooter that shot the 3 at 39%. Yeah, Puss, I saw that. He said, we need shooting. I saw that. And JJ says, nobody should have been declared anything based on last season's debacle. Jean Chariel says, it's his job to lose. Basically. I'm not knocking Evan Fournier as the player. I'm knocking Fournier's role. Right? Because here is the thing when you start an Evan Fournier. Off rip, nobody is putting their best defender on Evan Fournier. So that means Okay, so when the Knicks play Miami, Jimmy Butler is not guarding Evan Fournier, not intentionally. When the Knicks play Orlando, Franz Wagner is not guarding Evan Fournier. When Fournier plays the Celtics, who last season did y'all know Evan Fournier averaged 35 points per game against the Celtics last year? 35 points a game against the Celtics. See, and this is one of the things that frustrates me. Evan Fournier averaged 35 points per game against the Eastern Conference champs in 3 games. And no, he didn't have a 50-point game. No, he didn't have a 70-point game. He hit them for 30 just about every time. And then when Tom Thibodeau was asked about clean slate, he said, you have to ask Leon Rose about that. That's a Leon question. So Knicks fans, when Leon Rose said Tibbs is going in with a clean slate and all that stuff, there's your answer. Hey, Mr. Cox, listen. It didn't matter. They were double teaming Fournier, and he was still cooking. He was guarded by Brown, Tatum, Smart, Bird, Parrish, Havlicek. It didn't matter. They couldn't stop him last year. It didn't matter. And that's why when I look at guys like that, if y'all remember, Aaron Aflalo was like that. Certain teams, regardless how good they were, Aaron Aflalo for the Knicks would murder them. It didn't matter. It didn't matter the personnel. I think somebody on Twitter one time put up like Aaron Aflalo numbers against Kobe Bryant. And you were like, what? Aaron Aflalo versus Kobe? Why is this even a conversation? And then you look at the numbers, you're like, oh, snap. I don't know if it was against, it might have been like against Kobe or somebody, Vince Carter, somebody elite. Aaron Aflalo would just take them to task. And JJ says, I don't think our perimeter defense in the starting lineup is going to be too good. And I'm here to tell you that I think our defense is going to be great, but it's because RJ Barrett is going to have to carry the load on the perimeter. William is in the building. What's good, William? How you doing, man? So I just want to say this thing again about the conversation. It's not that I dislike Tibbs, and it's not that I dislike Fournier. What I dislike is mixed messages. I'm a fan, bro. You shoot it to me straight. I'm gonna spend money regardless. Most of us gonna spend bread regardless. It don't matter what you. It don't matter. I think I spent in the year we won 17 games. I think I spent like $800 on merch, and I'm talking about during the course of the year. I'm not talking about like just go to the site just one time and swipe the card, $800. I'm talking about like, oh man, I like that. I like that long sleeve tee right there. Oh, I like that hat right there. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I gotta have them shorts right there. Just browsing through the site during the year. Like sometimes I would be on with y'all and y'all would be cooking and I'd be on the site just like buying shorts and stuff. Right? Shoot it to me straight. Keep it a buck. You ain't gonna hurt my feelings one way or another. I'm a big boy. I can take it. Now, I understand that everybody in the fan base is not Uncle Freezy. But I travel with the team. Like I'm down here. When the Knicks are in the vicinity, I go. Whether it's, and I know y'all hear this all the time, and I'm sorry about beating a dead horse, but whether it's DC or Charlotte or Atlanta or Orlando, I don't go to Miami much. Miami is a bad setting. It ain't worth it in Miami. It ain't worth it. Knicks fans, it's not worth it to go to Miami, bro. It's not. It's too expensive, and and what you get is not good. Right? It's not a good product in Miami. What they doing, and even when your boys are there, it's just not. If you are a Knicks fan and you want to see a good product, go see your Knicks play in a small market. Right? Go see the Knicks play in Charlotte and watch how the Knicks take over the stadium. We like fire ants in there. Go to DC. When the Knicks are in DC, go to DC. Right? Go to Atlanta. Go to Orlando. Go to the Knicks at Orlando. Right? Go to Memphis. All the way out to Arkansas. Keith Turner says another Leon Rose interview thrown in the trash yet again. We still didn't get a clear cut direction out of that. Yeah. Thank you, Tibbs. Fournier worn out from Euroball just like last year. When you have to sit out a practice, that say a lot. Right. I think they gave him the practice off. I think he wanted to practice and they made him sit. Load management. Hey, Chef NYK, we got to get up for that. You talking about February 7th or March 23rd? Because I'm going to try to be there for both, man. I got a baby that live down there. I got to be. Yo, Knicks for Life is in the building. Chuck, what's good, bro? Shout out to Knicks for Life, the host of Vibes and Stuff live in the morning. Man, y'all got to check out Vibes and Stuff live. The name of the show is Live, and it's on the Vibes and Stuff YouTube channel. The name of the show is Live, and it has Chuck Allen and myself on it in the mornings. Y'all got to check that joint out. Check that joint out. Chuck Allen is, I don't know, with Chuck, when I do the show with Chuck in the mornings, I don't know what I value more. I don't know if I value the intellect or the humor, right? I value the intellect, right? And the relational thing. Like with Chuck, you can relate to what Chuck is talking about in the morning. Kind of get your day off on a dope start, right? I value the relational thing, but Chuck is funny, but there's an intellect thing there too, like an uncle, like how your uncle be spitting that game. You know what I'm saying? whenever we get over this hump, like I got this stuff going on. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna invite everybody over to Vibes, man, so that we can vibe every day, man, just rocking it. Yeah, man. Yeah, Chef NYK, I'm definitely gonna be down for the February game. I think that's a Tuesday night. The only reason why I ain't bought tickets yet is because I don't know how I'm gonna. Because if it was on the weekend, I'd have already bought my tickets and all that stuff. I'm just trying to figure out some stuff. Logistics. If it's on a Tuesday, I might have to go by myself. You know what I'm saying? Instead of bringing Mo with me. It's just something about traveling with your lady, though. That's fun. Chef NYK, we definitely gonna do that. Definitely. We gotta I gotta get these down south Knicks together so that we can, because we do it. Me, Uncle Fulio, Rob the Nick, Jay Boogie, Stafford Don, Divine from Knicks Real Talk, and others. Man, we definitely, man, Charlotte, Atlanta. Yeah, we definitely knocked them out the box. The one time I didn't go with Jay Boogie to the game, Jay Boogie was on TV. Imagine that. Imagine that. We gotta grab up Bo Ismail too. If he ain't working, you know he worked 19 hours a day. Yeah, them down south Knicks, bro. We represent. We representing. You know what I'm saying? We got to go get Bo Ismail. Bo Ismail worked 19 hours a day, right? And then 4 hours of that day he preparing to go to work, and then that 1 hour he eat, sleep, and get ready for work. Stop working so much, Bo Ismail. Enjoy your life. Hotline Bling is a good song. Says we can't afford that Atlanta game no more. The last time we went, we got a suite. It was a dope experience. The last time we went, it was a dope experience, man. It was. I forgot about Hoodie Kev. Hoodie Kev was there too. So it was like me, Rob the Nick, Jay Boogie. It's just a bunch of us. Man. We definitely got to get together. I got to get through this place where we are first. I got to make sure the missus is healthy, and then get through the holidays, and then we'll see how things go from there. Yeah, man. I know. Yeah, man. Yeah, Bo was in Florida. Bo was in Florida. Yeah, man. All right. Getting back to our topic about the Quentin Grimes injury thing, I don't know if it's anything serious. I hope it's not. If it is a serious thing and the Knicks are holding out on us, bro, the one thing I learned by being a content creator is that the fans, and this Lawrence Tears family, all 4,000 or so of y'all that rotate in and out. Some of y'all ain't subscribed to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. Turn your notifications on. Smash that like button. But generally, it's about 4,000 of us that rotate in and out. It's a small family compared to others, but we don't care. All we care about is this family, right? But if you mislead Knicks, if y'all misleading this family, bro, come on. And you can't be mad at us if we get bucked. If y'all hiding something from us just for the mere fact of hiding something from us, when we get Buck, don't be mad because we got Buck. Because we will get Buck. Nope, if you Buck, nope, if you Buck, we will get that. You will have these chats on fire if you hiding something from us or misleading us when you don't have to. Bruh, what's good? What's good, boss? What's good, boss? All right. So we spoke about Grimes and Fournier as a potential starter at the two. We talked about Tom Thibodeau being a press conference king. I want to move on to reasonable expectations. Trust. Hey, yeah, Buck, yep. Trust me. Leon Rose, Tom Thibodeau, Knicks PR, and whoever's calling Worldwide West, whoever calling the shots. Bro, if you are intentionally deceiving us, we gonna get Buck. And if you don't know what that means, you'll find out. Knicks PR, you won't be able to put nothing on the internet. You won't be able to put nothing on the internet if y'all intentionally deceiving us for no reason. We just the fans. We gonna spend bread regardless. But what is reasonable expectation? Right? So let me explain to you what I think reasonable expectation is. Reasonable expectation is understanding where you are as a franchise. Not where you hope to be. Not what you tell yourself you're going to be. But when you look in the mirror, what is that in the mirror? Nope, if you buck. Nope, if you buck. Yeah, man. I might have to play that. Let me find Nuck if you buck. Let me find Nuck if you buck. I need to play that in my ear as I get into reasonable expectation. Let me see if I can find it. Okay. Let me see if I can find it. Come on. Let me see if I can find it, y'all. All right. All right. There it is. I find it. Hey, 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 hey. Let's go. Let's go. Get up, get up, get up. Hey, 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 hey. I know y'all can't hear it. No, if you buck. No, if you buck. No, if you buck. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, 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 hey. Let me turn this thing down, man. No, if you buck. Again. All right, let me get back. Let me get back to this Knicks thing. Let me get back to this Knicks thing. Let me turn this thing off, man. Let me get Nuck if you buck out my ear. I can't focus. I can't focus with Nuck if you buck playing in my ear. I can't focus with Nuck if you buck playing in my ear. Hey, get that energy up. Get that energy up. And so what I'm saying to the Knicks is this though. I'm not trying to start a riot or none of that stuff. I'm saying don't try to play us as a fan base. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to hide that from us. We Knicks fans. We are supposed to be in this thing together. Yeah. Eli, it was like, what do we have here, man? What's going on? Nook, if you buck. Yeah, man. So what I'm saying to like Knicks fans everywhere and the organization is we're all supposed to be in this thing together. This is supposed to be New York Knicks forever. Right? We're supposed to be in this thing together, and what we should be doing is supporting each other throughout the process. Right? We're supposed to be supporting each other in the process. When you go through losing seasons, even though times get hard and all that stuff, what we should be doing is understanding that Rome wasn't built in a day. Right? Rome wasn't built in a day. When the man had Romulus on the mountaintop, right? The man had Romulus. This is right after Romulus had killed his brother, because the dude was like, yo, I'm going to choose between one of y'all who I'm going to give this kingdom. Romulus goes off and kills his brother. See, now the decision is easy. The dude's like, I'm gonna choose between, it's only one of y'all left? Okay. Romulus, okay, come here. Stand on this mountaintop and look out over the horizon as far as the eye can see in every direction. And this is going to be your kingdom. Everything from this point in a complete 360 is going to belong to you. And Romulus says, well, how soon can I get it? And the guy turns to Romulus and says, hey, you can get it, but we're not going to build this in a day. It's not going to be built in a day. It's going to take work. The first thing the dude does is name that empire after Romulus. That's what we call Rome, because it's named after Romulus. Right? And that empire, that vast empire named after Romulus, was not built in a day. And so if you're a Knicks fan and you're on the mountaintop and Leon Rose says, hey, all of this is going to be yours, our first question should not be when. Right? Our first question should be not when is all of this going to be ours. It should be, what can I do to help in the process? Shout out to my main man, Jay Boogie. Was good. When you are on the mountaintop and somebody promises you that this kingdom, everything to the horizon and back is going to be yours, and we're going to name it after you, the first question should not be, well, how long is it going to take? The question should be, what can I do to help in this process? And so when Romulus was an old man ready to set it down, ready to shut it down, people asked, like, man, this vast empire, blah, 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 what's good, how long it took, Romulus said, yo, my kingdom wasn't built in a day. Rome was not built in a day. Knicks fans, this where we are, this is not going to be built in a day. And I understand y'all saying that this is we've been losing for so long. I get it. But regardless how long it's been, the starting over point, it was the starting over point. Let me throw this link in the chat, man, so we can really get crunked up in here. Bro, it's crazy. Knicks fans, y'all are wild, bro. I just uploaded the audio podcast for Cam Reddish, and it's already being viewed and downloaded by Knicks fans everywhere. So if I shouted y'all out in that, listen, if I shouted y'all out this morning in that audio podcast, people are already hearing the shout out already. They are already getting the love. Man, I love you too, bro. I love my people here. If I shouted y'all out in that Cam Reddish thing, people all over the world are already hearing your name. Already. Hardwill in the building. Inwood represent. Far Rock. Queens get the money. You know what it is. I didn't even know I had family in Inwood. I now realize I have family in Inwood. That's crazy, right? Queens get the money. JJ says Knicks fans are the most loyal. Yeah, already. I just did the podcast this morning. I redid the art. I got up to late. I just put it up maybe like 30 minutes ago. It's already being downloaded. So if I shouted you out, people all over the world are like, yo, who's JJ? Who is Bo Ismail? Why Uncle Freezy shouting him out? Who is Keith Turner? That's me showing y'all the love that y'all show me. Reciprocating. It's symbiotic. Me and the chat have the chat and I. And so here's the thing. Y'all know, okay. So y'all know I struggle with the balance of everyday talk and academia talk, right? So I struggle, like, every once in a while, y'all hear me blurt out something like symbiotic relationship, and I try to reel it back in before somebody heard it. Yeah, man. I say stuff. I use the word like symbiotic and get embarrassed. Like, why'd you say that word, Uncle Freezy? Yo, it's crazy. It's crazy. Shout out to the undercover nerds everywhere. Shout out to the undercover nerds everywhere. Right? Shout out to y'all. Y'all have a place in this space too. You know what I'm saying? I might be your captain on that. I might be El Presidente of the undercover nerd organization. Yeah, man. Let me do this thing real quick. I just want to. So I spoke about Quentin Grimes, the overblown injury. Hopefully, it's an overblown injury. Hopefully, it's nothing serious. Because if this is a serious injury and the Knicks are hiding it, bruh, bruh. Fournier at the 2. I don't care if Fournier start. I just don't like the premise. If Fournier is a starter, he's a starter. But don't say clean slate like everybody got a shot when you know that's a lie. When you know that's a lie. Don't do that. Tibbs is a press conference king? Of course he is. Of course he is. He gonna say all the stuff. Man, I watch film. Really? Tibbs, did you create film? No, you did not. Hold on, y'all. This is my little sister calling me. Hold on. This might be important. Hold on. Yeah, that was little sister. She was just calling to check on us. That's what sisters do, man. Sisters and brothers. Sisters and brothers stick together like wet candy. Sisters and brothers stick together like wet candy. Y'all know it. Darren Wayne says clean slate is different for each player. Yeah, it shouldn't. It shouldn't be different. It shouldn't be different. Right? It shouldn't be, but for some people it is. That's just what it is. And Keith Turner says, that's how we know Tibbs is a bad head coach. We watch film too. Right. Tibbs, watching film, you didn't create watching film, bro. You didn't create that exercise. Right? We're not saying that you're a dummy. We're saying that you're stubborn. That's what a lot of people are saying. And even though I don't say that, I'm in a group, I'm in that minority, but the majority has spoken. I value the opinion of the majority. Right? I value the opinion of the majority. The majority is like Tibbs is stubborn. So, I don't fight the majority on that. Right? I have my own standards and integrity and stuff, but I choose which battles to fight and which ones not to. For Shizzles in the building. Kev Middleton says Tibbs contradicts himself all the time. He said his eye test tell him not to play Randall and Obi, but when his eyes would have told him with a backcourt of Brunson and Mitchell, they would have got killed. Right. And Mr. Cox says Fournier put a banana peel in front of Grimes' locker and Cam helped cover it up. Right. And baby oil. Danny Landis is in the building. What's good? What's good, Danny? Heck Gaston says Tibbs watched the game and video while we watch Tibbs stand there with his arms folded. Yeah. 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 Luke Skywalker Visions had the comment of the day yesterday. Salute to Luke Skywalker Visions. Salute. A very underrated contributor. I think Visions is a very, very underrated contributor. Danny says, I'm the coach of Baby Boy's team. this season. Oh boy. I already know defense and rebounding. Defense and rebounding. Get on the glass. Hey, shout out to Viz too. Viz says Fournier hurt too. Yeah. Yeah, man. So basically what I'm getting at with the or let me just, you know what? Let's just shift gears altogether. Let me get back to, or not shift gears altogether, but let me get back to reasonable expectation. Reasonable expectation is a weird thing. Like expectation is understanding what you are, or the reasonable part is understanding what you are and what your potential is. Not what you presume to be or what you want to be, what you dream of, but what you are. Right? I think a reasonable expectation for the Knicks is understanding that they're somewhere between 17 and 41 wins. That's reasonable because the Knicks have been that recently, right? The Knicks are somewhere between 17 wins and 41 wins. The Knicks recently have had a 17-win season. I think that was like, what, 3 years ago, 4 years ago? And the Knicks have had a 41-win season. That was, what, 2 seasons ago? Last year, the Knicks were 37 wins. But the Knicks are in that pocket. Do I want them to stay in that pocket? No. But that's where we are, somewhere between 17 and 41 wins. Now, with the addition of Jalen Brunson, is Jalen Brunson capable of adding 10 more wins to that total? Are the Knicks a 51-win team? Just because of Jalen Brunson. Sherwin says 17 wins is a bit low. No, I'm not saying that that's what they're going to win this year. Sherwin, that's not my point. My point is recently the Knicks were a 17-win season, 17-win team. And recently they were a 41-win team, right? And so what I'm saying is the Knicks are somewhere in that range. 17 wins might be a little bit low. I get it. I get that. But 41 wins has been their ceiling. 17 was their basement. 41 is their ceiling. If you add Jalen Brunson to the mix, do the Knicks win 10 more games? Just off of Jalen Brunson alone? No. Right? So I would say this. A reasonable expectation is for every young, talented player that takes a step up in development, give the team one more win. If RJ Barrett becomes efficient, that's one more win. If Emmanuel Quickly can turn into something, that's one more win. If Cam Reddish, Obi turn into something, that's one more win apiece. If Mitch is better, that's one more win. Right? And if Jalen Brunson, just by him being here, can get you 3 more wins, that's 8 games in the positive. So your team is somewhere between, or our team is somewhere between 45 and 50. I'm saying 45 and 49 wins. Just off of that. Because you can't guarantee that everybody's going to be better. So you can't give them all 5. But Brunson being here, you can guarantee basically those 3. So the range is somewhere between 45 and 49 wins. What do y'all say to that? What do y'all say to that? Y'all think that's impossible? 45 to 49 wins from this team? What say y'all? I see the basketball zombie is in the building. I'm gonna put the link in the chat. Zombie, what's good, man? So Kerry Cox says 44 to 48 wins. I can see that. I can see that. If each kid reaches their next step in development, I give the Knicks 1 win. 1. That's it. I'm not getting ready to say Obi Toppin is going to take us to the championship. No. If Obi reaches his potential, that's 1 more win. Jean Churiel says, I say our ceiling is 55 if everything goes well. I'm with you on that. If everything goes well, I can see Tibbs taking his team to 55 wins. Soon as injuries start, Tibbs is not the guy. Soon as Derrick Rose get hurt, Tibbs is off the rails. Soon as you throw a monkey wrench into Tibbs' thing, he can't adapt. I'm sorry, Tibbs. I'm sorry, but after last year, I can't give you a pass after last year. And I like Tibbs, by the way. I just don't like some of the stuff. I think Tom Thibodeau has to give us credit for being smart also. Like, NBA head coaches are not the only smart human beings that walk the planet. Right? And then selling hope, selling smiles. We already know anybody in sales, anybody in the chat have a sales background? Anybody in the chat have a sales background? I like myself, like no matter what product I had been selling over the years, I knew regardless of the product or the service that was attached, if you sold smiles, if you sold happiness, your product would sell. Like, I used to be a life insurance agent, right? I used to be a life insurance agent. You know what I'm saying? Used to be a producer, all these, all that stuff. All that stuff, right? Used to do all that stuff, right? Used to be in sales. All types of sales too, man. Business products, networking, systems, life insurance. I was just good at it, right? I was in all of every kind of sales imaginable: life insurance, health insurance, IT products. Used to work for a company named Monster. Yeah, I remember the job board, monster.com. The thing where you go in there and you search for a job. I used to work for them, and a whole bunch of other places, right? But if you could sell happiness and comfort, regardless of what your product is, people will buy it. Yeah, I know that. And I think that's what every time I get ready to get on the roll, I see one of y'all comments, and I'm like, man, let me tell. So Keith Turner says Derrick Rose needs to be traded. He's just taking up a spot for young talent. See, that's a different conversation too. When are we going to turn the page? And here's the thing: are you satisfied with going all kids? See, when you go all kids, forget the playoffs. When you go all kids, forget the playoffs, man. When you go all kids, forget the playoffs, man. You know you in a rebuilding state. And I liken it to building a mansion. When you're building a mansion, when you got to use the bathroom and you building a mansion, guess what you got to do? You got to go over, you got to walk through the dirt over there to that porta potty and use the bathroom over there at that porta potty. Because you're building a mansion. Your mansion is not complete. When you're building, forget about cooking in the kitchen. You got to go down the road to them fast food places and eat because the kitchen is not complete. When you're building a mansion, forget laying down on a couch. This place ain't furnished. You got to go get in the truck and let the seat back. Take your nap in your truck. And JJ says, forget about wins and losses, man. Just do a full youth movement. Forget that. Do a full youth movement. And if you do, but JJ, here's the thing. And this is for JJ. JJ, if you do a full youth movement, brother, if you do a full movement, are you saying start all over from scratch? Because Obi will be 25 in March. Obi Toppin will be 25 years old in March. Cam Reddish is already 23. Are you saying trade away all these assets and start at the bottom all over again from scratch? If you are, there's no harm in that. We just want to clarify. And JJ says, yeah, more or less. I start all over if I was running things, Bim, and I'd be with you. I'd be okay with it. JJ says, burn it down. Burn it down. Yo, this is so dope. I'm tracking while I talk to y'all. I'm tracking the Redemption Song podcast. I'm tracking that. People are discovering it right now. The downloads are not that high. But listen, man, one of these days, I'm gonna pick somebody out of the chat to do it with me. And just do the audio podcast, just to not the normal guys. The normal guys always get a chance to speak, bro. They come up and they do their thing. Right? But just a random, like I'm just gonna grab a random person out of the chat. And we just, you know what I'm saying? Uncle Freezy get into audio podcast voice. This is Blowing Tears audio podcast, season 2, episode whatever. I'm here with Kerry Cox. Kerry Cox is in the building. Me and Kerry Cox are going to talk about Tom Thibodeau's rotations. Wayne Peterson says that the redemption video was yep. I think it's got some legs to it, bro. Redemption song, a paean to Cam Reddish. I bet you Cam Reddish is like, what the hell is a paean? What does that mean? Tibbs better make Derrick Rose situational. I don't know. Derrick Rose is back in the best shape of his life. Derrick Rose is going to play. Derrick Rose and Evan Fournier is a backcourt. Derrick Rose, Fournier. Oh, here's the thing. Here's the thing I want to tell y'all. Here is the thing, and the thing I want to talk to y'all about. Tibbs also said yesterday that Miles McBride is going to be a player in this league. Did y'all hear that? When they talked about, listen, for the Emmanuel Quickly fans, Tibbs put us on notice. For the Emmanuel Quickly fans, Tom Thibodeau put us on notice. Right? Tibbs said Miles McBride is going to be something in this league. When he said the point guard situation, he specifically said JB, Derrick Rose, Miles McBride is going to be something in this league, and we all know that RJ Barrett can play make. He left out Emmanuel Quickly. What say y'all? What do y'all think about that? What do y'all think about that? What do y'all think about Tibbs having faith in Miles McBride over Emmanuel Quickly? I'm happy for Miles McBride, but I love Emmanuel Quickly. I'm happy that Tibbs at least acknowledged Miles McBride. Makes me think Miles McBride has a clean slate. It makes me think that shot at empty stats, he was talking about Emmanuel Quickly. Emmanuel Quickly triple doubles didn't mean nothing to him. So this thing, Tibbs is saying that IQ and Obi may have put up empty stats, and he is out to prove all the summertime rhetoric wrong. And I'm saying to Tibbs, I hope you enjoy being an ESPN analyst, because that day soon come. That day soon come. I'm saying to Tibbs, if you don't give OB significant minutes, after saying earlier in the summer that you regret, when you admitted to Mark Berman that you should have gave Obi more minutes, and then when it comes time to give Obi more minutes, you don't enjoy sitting next to Jeff Van Gundy. because we listen to what you say. Wisdom says, Wiz, yeah, Wiz, come on, bro. Wiz, it must be nice living in California. I love Wiz. Wiz is my man. I love Wiz. I consider Wiz a friend. I love Wiz. Wiz is a friend, right? But CP3 2.0, slow down. Slow down. Let's compare. Let's compare Miles McBride to Kyle Lowry in his road. Y'all remember Fat Lowry in Memphis? No. Y'all remember defensive Lowry in Toronto? I mean in Houston? No. But y'all remember Kyle Lowry in Toronto though? Yes. Jet Life for life. Obi deserves more than 12 minutes a game. I don't know. Tibbs just said don't look at empty stats in meaningless games. If Tibbs said to Berman in April that he regrets not giving Obi more minutes, and then when it comes time to give Obi more minutes, he doesn't, enjoy your time at ESPN, Tibbs. Enjoy your time. Enjoy your time at ESPN. I hope you have a great time. Because I'm telling you, I tell you what, if Obi is on this roster and Obi ain't getting minutes, nope, if you buck, nope, if you buck. And I don't even, and I like Obi, but I'm not a riot type. But Knicks fans are ready to riot if Tibbs don't play Obi. Because you know what that means. If Tibbs don't play Obi, that means Obi Toppin is the next Kevin Knox. If Tibbs don't play Obi, that means Obi is the next Frank Ntilikina. Tibbs, Knicks fans are not going to stand for another Frank Ntilikina, another Kevin Knox. Because every regime comes in, drafts a guy, and he turns out to be a bust. Phil Jackson handpicked Frank and brought him in, and Frank is a bust. Steve Mills, Scott Perry handpicked Kevin Knox, and he's a bust. Leon Rose comes in, handpicks Obi Toppin, and if you don't play him, nuck if you buck. That's all I'm saying. If you don't play, because here's the thing, if you don't play Cam or Obi, see, you can get away with not playing Cam, because ultimately Cam was never our draft pick, right? Even though he our baby. Even though Cam is our baby, right? Y'all know that. Cam is a part of the young core, right? It's like being stepdad, right? You know what I'm saying? You don't feed your kids first and then feed your stepson second. You feed all them babies, give all them babies the same loving care. No, if you buck, that's all I'm saying. even though Cam was drafted by another team, he is a Knick. He is. And y'all know what it is. You don't treat your stepdaughter. I mean, not your stepdaughter. I guess it is your stepdaughter. You don't treat your stepchild that way. Feed your kids first, and then feed the stepchild second. Nah, you feed all of them as kids. You treat all of them the same. Keith Stern says a lot of people don't believe me, but Leon Rose is going to trade Obi. I see that one coming. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. The one thing you can acknowledge though is that Leon Rose, if he makes a mistake, he damn sure will correct it. If Leon Rose makes an egregious mistake, he will try to correct it. He will. The front office will try to correct an egregious mistake. Right? But I tell you what, though, Tom Thibodeau, Leon Rose, if y'all don't play Obi, Knicks fans are going to riot, bro. Because every front office comes in here and picks their guy, and that guy wound up being a bust. We just throwing draft picks away. And don't talk to me about what about RJ. Don't talk to me about what about RJ. Don't do that. Because you didn't draft RJ. And the regime that drafted RJ drafted Kevin Knox first. Realized they drafted Kevin Knox, then they drafted RJ after a terrible season. And Pudge, and listen, here's the thing. RJ was can't miss at 3. But did you want the number 3 pick or did you want the number 1 pick? I love RJ, man. Y'all know I love RJ Barrett since he was 9th or 10th grader, whatever it is. I love RJ Barrett since day one. I had never heard of Mount Verde Academy until RJ Barrett. Y'all know this. A lot of people are going to be like, yo, I'm a day one RJ fan. Nah, no, you're not. Uncle Freezy is the only day one RJ fan. And when you hear other people in Knicks universe try to tell that lie, tell them to their face they're a liar. Because I sat on Sim's show, Sim Russell's Nothing But Knicks show one night when Joakim Noah got the ticket for indecent exposure. Y'all remember that? When Joakim Noah was a Knick and he was away from the team? And I was like, this is enough of that foolishness, bro. Enough of this Joakim Noah. Enough of this stupid roster. Tank, get rid of everybody and tank for RJ Barrett. And Mark on that same show went crazy on me. That's what I'm talking about. Who is RJ? Who? Yep, Mark? Them dudes on the channel, I think it was like Legion of Knicks. It was Mark, Isaiah, a bunch of people ripped me to shreds on that joint when I brought up RJ Barrett's name. Why we tanking for a dude he only in 10th grade? And here we are, all these years later. That's 6 years ago. 6 years ago, I said that. I was a day one before everybody. I was like, do whatever you got to do to get RJ Barrett. I said that. Dudes argue me up and down saying take Jared Culver over RJ Barrett. But I dug in there. I stood my ground. I was like, who the hell is Jared Culver? He ain't never done nothing. He just got hot for a little while, was on national TV, and he bottomed out being whatever he is. And so while I'm tooting my own horn, kinda, but not really, what I'm saying is ultimately I have a genuine belief in RJ Barrett, that RJ Barrett is going to be a great player. And I told the RJ Barrett free throw story years and years. Like when RJ Barrett was a ninth grader, his team was getting blown out by Chino Hills. And I know, yes, that Chino Hills, Mount Verde Academy was getting blown out by Chino Hills, and RJ Barrett was on the bench. And they were down by like 25. And they coach Mount Verde Academy was looking for answers. He put RJ Barrett in the game. And RJ Barrett, as a ninth grader, brought Mount Verde Academy all the way back from the best defensive guard in the country, a dude named Lonzo Ball. You may have heard of him. Right? RJ Barrett brought Mount Verde Academy all the way back against Chino Hills. And RJ Barrett, and tell me if this sounds familiar. With the game on the line, RJ Barrett goes to the line and goes to the rim and gets fouled and can't finish at the rim. So he gets 2 free throws. RJ Barrett is a ninth grader, goes to the line and takes the first free throw and misses. And know he lost the game for Chino Hills. And falls on the court as a ninth grader, 14 years old, playing against dudes that's going to UCLA and all of that. Brought them back from a 25-point lead, a deficit. Brought the team all the way back, right? Took the lead. The other team come down, hit a 3. They take the lead. They up by 2. RJ Barrett goes to the line, down by 2. Goes to the rim, can't finish. He's fouled. Tell me if this sounds familiar. RJ Barrett goes to the rim, can't finish, but he fouls, and he goes to the free throw line. Right? RJ Barrett takes the first free throw and bricks it and falls to the ground and starts crying like he had death in the family. And when I heard about that story, I was like, that's the dude the Knicks need right there. A dude that wants to win so bad that he's crying in public. A dude that wants to win so bad that he gave everything, but he failed and didn't accept failure. Didn't accept failure. He cried. The referee, like, coach, y'all got to do something, or we're going to take y'all up. He's like, and coach, like, man, we already lost. You're going to take us up? You're going to give them more points? What does that prove? RJ Barrett comes up, the coach giving the thing like, RJ, you got to miss this next free throw to see if we can tap it in. And RJ do that. They don't. Chino Hills escape out of the number 1 team in the country, beats Mount Verde, who used to be the number 1 team in the country. And the rest, and RJ Barrett's star rises from there. Right? RJ Barrett's story. RJ Barrett starts rising from there. Right? When I heard of that, I got on as soon as I got the opportunity, I was like, Sam, let me say something real quick. He was like, yo, but we talk about, hey man, forget all that. Tank, get rid of everybody. Get rid of everybody and go get this kid, RJ Barrett. And they crushed me on there. They crushed me on there. Like, who is RJ Barrett? A kid from Canada? No, man, he don't play. He's from Canada. He play in Florida. Florida? What's Florida? And the irony is that the Knicks wound up drafting a high school kid out of Florida named Kevin Knox. How did that work out? How did that work out? But anyway, my point is to all of this is, yes, we have complete faith in RJ Barrett. Complete faith in RJ Barrett. We have complete faith in Cam Reddish. We have faith in Obi. We have faith in these young guys, bro. But the thing is with us is if this regime doesn't force this coach to develop Obi, right? Look at the trail of draft picks. Frank Ntilikina, Kevin Knox, RJ Barrett, Obi and IQ, Quentin Grimes, and this year, nothing. Right? Because if Tibbs is saying Obi and IQ are in the doghouse, that means bust, good player, bust. So why accumulate all these draft picks if we're not going to do anything with them? Why? Why accumulate all these draft picks if we're not going to do anything with them? What's the point? What's the point? Somebody tell me what the point is. Why go grab young players if you ain't gonna do nothing with them? Why? Why? I don't get it. It's a beacon or a discovering that our organization is not good at drafting stars. And truth be told, we knew that already. This organization does not draft stars. Is that a Dolan thing? Ultimately, the control in this whole experiment is James Dolan. How come the Knicks can't draft a multiple-time All-Star like Bradley Beal? How come the Knicks can't draft a Zach LaVine? How come the Knicks can't draft a Devin Booker? How come the Knicks can't draft a Giannis? How come the Knicks can't draft a Jimmy Butler? How come the Knicks can't draft a Jaylen Brown? How come the Knicks can't draft a Trae Young? How come the Knicks can't draft a Michael Porter Jr.? How come the Knicks can't draft Paul George? Hard Will says the first problem is we never want to admit we was wrong. Maybe our media makes them like that. Admit wrong and move on with a learning experience. Yes, there we go. There we go. Keith Turner says we draft these 4 to 5 year projects, and some Knicks fans want to build through the draft. We don't draft nothing impactful to do that process. I get it. I get it. And then JJ says, our picks either end up horrible or don't live up to the draft billing. And you know what? It's not the player, it's the person that's picking. You can't blame the player. You have to blame the decision maker. Right? Because say Obi Toppin, for example. The Knicks wanted to trade up in the draft to get Obi. They wanted to skip Onyeka Kongwu. They wanted to skip Killian Hayes. They wanted to skip Patrick Williams. They wanted Obi, and Obi wanted them. And so here's the thing. Now that we found love, y'all know the rest. The Knicks wanted Obi, and Obi wanted them. But now that we found love, El Servi in the building. Yet they extend Randall and bury Obi. Makes no sense. The Knicks wanted Obi and were willing to trade up in the draft. And Obi wanted New York. He's from New York. The Knicks wanted Obi and Obi wanted them, but now that we found love, what are we going to do with it? Hardwill says, them old songs go with the Knicks. Now that we found love, what are we going to do with it? Yeah. Father's Fields in the building. What's good? That's right. Hardwill, I'm with you. Right? Two people, two entities in love with each other. Now that we found love, what are we going to do with it? Twin Cities in the building. Yo, y'all, it's storming here pretty bad. I think I might have to do some stuff. I think we getting remnants of whatever that thing was. I'm gonna wrap up right here. I'm gonna jump back on later. I hadn't talked to BK Steph yet about seeing if she want to rock later on. I'm sure that we will. Make sure that you check out for the Love of the Game podcast tonight at some point. You know what I'm saying? Hardwill and Chef. Y'all call him Worldwide L. I call him Chef because he be cooking up stuff. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button. Keep an eye out for us. Have the notifications turned on. All that stuff, man. We're going to be rocking and rolling all day today. Thanks again, everybody, for tuning in. I appreciate y'all. Much love to y'all wherever y'all at. Y'all be safe out here. This storm, I got the storm, like waves of water hitting my window. So I'm a piece them up right here. But I'll holler at y'all later. Make sure y'all check out the cam thing. The cam thing was dope. I'll holler at y'all later, y'all. Peace.